Hello and welcome to this course on mooting. As you know, moot court competitions are a very popular co-curricular activity in India's law schools. A large number of law students today are likely to have tried their hands at this activity at least once. Mooting gives students a chance to sharpen their research, writing and speaking skills. And because they can work in teams and compete against others, students can meet new people and travel to participate in national and international competitions. This course is divided into 4 units. The first unit is about contemplating whether to moot. This unit has only one video, the one you're watching right now, which explains what mooting is and what you can and cannot expect from moots. The second unit has 2 videos about reading and researching a moot problem. In the third unit of this course, you will learn the different ways in which moot memorials can be drafted and how to ensure that this all-important exercise is done efficiently and convincingly. And in the fourth and last unit of this course, you will learn how to navigate the oral rounds of a moot. To help us in this journey, we also have the wisdom and experience of 2 expert mooters. The first is Bhavna Das, who graduated from NLSIU Bangalore in 2010 after a glittering mooting career. And the second is Uday Joshi. He graduated a veteran of several international mooting competitions from NUJS Kolkata the same year as Bhavna did.
I actually can't remember the first time I heard about mooting, but I remember that our seniors at college had held a demo moot for us when we were in our first year. We were in our first month, I think, and I attended that, and as did many people from our class. And the moment I saw what it entails, I thought this is something I will enjoy a lot, because the entire setup was basically, as the name suggests, styled on the way arguments are conducted in a courtroom. And there is the freedom given to the participants in the competition to argue a case based on what they believe is the best application of the rules and the facts of the case. And the judges that we saw judging that demo moot were very interventionist judges. So there was a lot of back and forth between them and the participants, which I really enjoyed. So that is the first memory I have of mooting at all in law school.
So what is a moot? A moot is supposed to be a mock court exercise where you're given a set of facts that involve a dispute or a set of disputes between parties which you're supposed to argue as a lawyer before a panel of judges. As for why you should moot or what you get from it, much depends on you, but there's a lot on offer. One can learn by mooting a set of skills that are useful for anyone who wants to analyze a set of facts in a dispute.
Absolutely. I think my professional life has certainly benefited from having mooted because, rules of law are one obviously very important for us to know. We will never know all of them, but it's good to know the ones that we will be routinely applying. But when you get a set of facts, the rules of law that apply to that situation are not written on the situation. You have to understand the situation from the point of view of a lawyer, which is to say that you must see in that situation what rules and what principles apply. And I think that mooting gave me the ability, I'm not saying I'm great at this, but I think I'm certainly a lot better than I otherwise would have been, to look at a situation and judge that these are the rules or the principles that are involved in that situation. I may not be able to tell you exactly how they apply to that case in the sense that I may not know exactly how the outcome would be, but I know where to go looking for the relevant law, for the relevant case law, and I have a good idea of how to hone in on the principles, and I think anyone who has mooted will have benefited in this manner from having mooted.
Particularly, mooting teaches you how to learn. You may have to enter an area of law or a set of facts that you don't know anything about and structure your learning process in a way that in a few months or weeks' time, you know everything about that area of law or those set of facts. This skill of self-study is critical in any field.
I would say that one should temper their expectations in the sense that mooting is nothing like what happens in real life in courts. But at the same time, I think if one is passionate about the exercise, it does teach you a lot of essential skills, like how to deal with a set of facts that's given to you, because if you intend to litigate, that's something you will have to do by talking to clients on a regular basis. How to modulate your voice, how to argue, respond to questions, read the bench, etc., which are all very important qualities which one must have to be a good litigating lawyer.
Mooting helps you develop your research skills, that is, the ability to navigate different sources of law to find relevant material to support your case. This is a chance to develop the important skills of knowing how to learn about an area of law that you don't know anything about.
Legal research skills definitely benefit. You obviously have an idea of how to use common research tools like SCC online, how to use the AIR manuals, you also develop the habit of reading textbooks on the subject or treatises on the subject. But also I think you develop that point of, I wouldn't say a point of view, but that mentality that you have a certain idea in your mind of how the law would regard a situation. And then you go looking, at least this is how I do think now as a lawyer, you go looking for the legal iteration of that idea, the legal principle, the exact legal principle or the exact words or the exact concept, but you have an idea of what the law would say in response to that situation, or a particular legal concept that captures the idea in your mind that you have about that situation. So I think not just if you understand research as being how to look up books or how to look up case law, obviously that is a skill set that you will develop or hone while mooting, but you will also get an idea, you have a good intuitive lead to that situation. You have an idea of what the problem is or what the answer might be, and then it's just a matter of time until you find the exact principle or the exact concept that covers the idea that you have in your mind.
Third, mooting is a great way to develop and fine-tune your argument-making skills. The ability to marshal diverse facts, principles, and laws to assist in the conclusion of your client's case and to build a clear yet comprehensive argument is one of the best things you can learn in a law school. Next, mooting will help you translate some of the legal and political theory you will be learning in the classroom into practical arguments. The curricula in law schools are often very academic, and a moot gives you the chance to put some of those theoretical debates into practice. Next, mooting is one of the few things in law school, apart from debating, that allows you to develop your public speaking and advocacy skills. To be able to present a point of view and convince another person of the correctness of your argument over that of another is not only an exhilarating experience but also extremely rewarding in real life situations. What mooting also teaches you is working in a group. Developing arguments is a process of research and reflection amongst members of a team or a group working together. This is a critical and immensely useful task because you will rarely work alone as a lawyer. Alongside all that, given that mooting is fairly time intensive, you will also have to manage your time. Managing your life with the usual hard work that goes into a moot is a perfect way to build up the critical skill of time management. Finally, even if you think you are not inclined to practice in court, don't think mooting is not for you. Many of the skills we just spoke about are not just for lawyers. To know how to critically analyze a problem and to present your views coherently is a basic skill that enhances your ability to process information. The process of sharpening your mind to differing views is critical and often very difficult to acquire. Mooting forces you to see the other side of a coin, or rather the nuances or the subtleties in the position of each side. Finally, having seen the many reasons to participate in mooting, it is important to now consider a common criticism of mooting, that is, the opinion that it is too unreal or not like real court proceedings. The short answer is yes. By and large, moots are not like real experience of courts. You don't get into court and argue final hearings every day. The procedural elements that are so important in court are also not reflected in moots well. But just because mooting doesn't mimic real court does not mean that mooting is not useful. The ability to think critically, to manage large amounts of information and put them into small, convincing packets will help you in whatever you do. That being said, one very important caveat is in order, which is the opportunity cost. Mooting is simply one activity in law school. There are many co-curricular and extracurricular activities that are useful and fun. In most law schools, it is neither necessary nor expected that everyone must moot. Do not moot simply because everyone else is mooting, or because your college gives you project extensions or exemptions when you're mooting. You have seen many good reasons to moot, but these are some bad reasons to moot.